Nothing tastes more nostalgic than a box of foil-wrapped strawberry Pop-Tarts. They're the OG breakfast pastry that everyone loves, and they inspire today's recipe. Alex Daynes is showing us how to make homemade strawberry toaster pastries. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
These look amazing.
These are fun.
They're thick. We're going to get into it. They just look fantastic. You have had berries on the mind lately, though.
I have. I've had berries on my mind for a solid year because before I had my daughter, we were due in April, and April is strawberry season.
Yes.
So before she was even born, I had her first birthday planned, that I wanted to do her very first birthday.
Cutest. So you're sourcing, you're shopping for a good year, all of the things.
It was kind of dangerous, and as we rolled into this season, berries are everywhere right now. Like every little kid store has berries, all the decor. It was so easy to find berries.
It is quote unquote a trending motif right now.
It
pops up, I think, every spring to some degree, but it is all in this year.
Yes.
So you timed that well.
I'd like to toot my own horn and say that our berry first party was perfectly timely and just, it was amazing. We had so much fun. It was so cute.
How is she one?
How is she one?
How is she one?
I know.
Oh my gosh, she's
I can't
the
believe
cutest.
It. And she'll show you. If you ask her, she'll hold up her little finger and show you how old she is. And she wears it with pride.
She doesn't know what she's doing, but she gets applause and attention, so she does it anyway. She's one. Happy birthday, baby day.
Yes.
All right, so did you serve these at the party?
We didn't. I wanted to, but we were in Disneyland, and so I didn't have time to
Well, you
make
had some other treats to celebrate.
We did. We did a little semi-homemade, so then I just had to go all in, and I was like, we have to just do berry Pop-Tarts. Strawberry Pop-Tarts are like childhood nostalgia. Talking about my daughter turning one, I was like, we have to make this homemade treat.
Okay, what's the base? Because they are so fluffy and thick.
So fluffy, and I am not one to make homemade dough. Like I will like to buy puff pastry. I like to make or buy a pre-cut pie crust. But 5 ingredients in your food processor.
Okay.
That is it.
Okay.
And because it's so easy and it's like fail-proof, I'm like, wait a minute, we could actually do this. There's kind of a trend right now of making like homemade childhood treats from scratch. I've seen people making goldfish. I've seen people making bagels. I've seen people making Pop-Tarts. And I'm like, if it's easy, I'll do it. But it can't be like, it's got to be really easy for me to not grab a thing of goldfish.
Yeah, otherwise I'll just get a bag of Cheddar Blast and call it good. But this is easy.
But this is easy. So we have flour, we have 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. We just add that in here, and then we're gonna do a little splash of vanilla. 5 ingredients, like so. And then I'm gonna lock my lid on this point, and I'm gonna give it a little pulse, just to mix all those ingredients together. And then I'm gonna drop in 1 cup of cubed butter, and you want this nice and cold, like right out of the fridge. And I do like to turn it on as I'm dropping them in. And we just kind of like slide them in.
And the cold is for kind of the texture, right?
Cold is for texture, so it's getting nice and crumbly, like when you cut your pastry dough. So we've got all of our butter in there, and then we just gradually add cold, like ice cold water.
Okay.
Like I like to drop an ice cube in there, and then I just slowly pour it, and this is it. Like once I get all of this, you'll see it. It's like, it's magical. Once I get all that water in there, we have our Pop-Tart dough. And you don't want to overmix it, so you'll watch it be crumbly, and then it'll start to come together. And then we're there. We literally have our dough.
Look at that. Okay.
And it's a little bit crumbly, so you want to take it out, roll it out onto like a floured surface, and you see how it has a little bit of give here, so we can kind of crush it together.
Okay.
So we're gonna play with it, we're gonna ball it up, we're gonna put it in a little bit of saran wrap, and we're gonna refrigerate it for 20 to 30 minutes.
I'm gonna grab you a towel. You rolled that out.
I did. So I rolled that out, and again, 20 to 30 minutes is your sweet spot, thank you. Because if you do it a little longer, it's not as easy to work with.
Okay.
Because I did it a day in advance, and that's totally fine. You can, but it's a lot harder to roll. And I'm not a baker, so I want this to be as easy as possible.
Okay.
So we roll it out, we cut it in, depending on what size you want. I was going for like traditional Pop-Tart size. So we're gonna get 4 Pop-Tarts out of this recipe, but obviously if you wanna go smaller, you totally can. This is a homemade strawberry filling.
It looks amazing.
And it's 3 ingredients.
Okay.
I was keeping with the simple, so all you need is an entire carton of strawberries, so 16 ounces, couple tablespoons of honey, and the juice of 1 lemon.
Oh.
Pop that in your blender, blend it down. If you don't like seeds, I actually removed the seeds, so I ran it through a fine mesh sieve.
Okay.
Put it on my stovetop and cooked it for 20 minutes.
Okay,
It
nice.
reduced by half, and then we have this sweet homemade
About a minute left. Can
strawberry
you show
filling.
us how to assemble?
I can. So we drop that in there like that. Then we take our egg wash and we line just the outsides of our Pop-Tarts. And then we drop this on here.
Nice.
Press it down.
Oh, these are easy, Alex.
So easy. And you
Yeah.
can change out the filling. Like if strawberry's not your thing, you can reach, you don't have to do it homemade if you don't
Okay.
want to. So you could reach for, you know, you could do brown sugar, cinnamon, you could do Nutella, you could do chocolate. And then we take a fork and that's where we get that nostalgic
Nice.
Pop-Tart edge.
Brush it on top.
Yeah, so we brush it with an egg wash, bake
Okay.
these at 350 for about 20, 25 minutes. You're really just looking for that golden brown top.
Okay, what's on top?
And then I thought this was fun. I wanted to keep, traditional Pop-Tarts have sprinkles,
Yeah.
but I wanted to keep with the fresh strawberry flavor. So I just crushed up some freeze-dried strawberries.
Oh, yeah.
And I just sprinkled those on top, little icing, sprinkled those freeze-dried strawberries on
Okay.
top, and you have the most delicious homemade Pop-Tarts that you can make. I'm telling you, like in total, we're talking 40 minutes.
This usually isn't a treat that tempts me, but those look delicious.
Right, right.
You got the recipe on your website.
We do, yes.
Where can we find more recipes from you?
You can always find all my recipes online, alexdaynes.com, and then always on social at the Alex Daynes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.